Yeah, this is an incredibly standard triple DPS composition, but this is a map that does honestly work very, very effectively for these pharmacy compositions. Especially, like, look at this, already just so much of an opportunity. Get up there and fire these rockets pretty easily. Oh, and already Stitch running into problems, jump himself back. Damon being frustrating, picks going off left, right, and center, but it's looking relatively balanced now. Only Butcher and Decay left though here for Kongdoo Uncia.
Stitch carried that fight there.
Stitch is grabbing the health pack, making sure that he can deny that from the opposition team as there's the rocket barrage. Barrier comes in, but is it going to be enough? It was a decent defense matrix to try and help out, and that is going to be the answering kills coming out of Kongdoo Uncia. Bumper's going to be knocked out as well. That tracking was decent there from Butcher, but the rest of his team's going to be able to clean that one up, and that was very close to a team wipe. But now, not necessarily the mechanics, but the thinking and the ideas. But Huxall, he's got something to say about that as he Goomba stomps Damon. And that is going to be Decay now using that Dragon Blade. Gets one pick for it onto Stitch, but that is a very important one. We know what Stitch is capable of. Another self-destruct, not going to find a kill, but Mirage is able to grab one. Immediately killed by Butcher, though, in response, is now on that high ground, able to take control. Defense Matrix here from Runner, just trying to deny Butcher anything, but he's not going to be able to kill him.
Oh, Butcher, actually, that was so huge. He did so much for his team there. He may have just won this round for Uncia. He's about to have the tac visor, didn't have it yet. It's going to be a defensive tool. Damon harassing here, drawing away that Diva.
That's how you tell him to go away. Just throws a pulse bomb at him. And that is going to be the mech suit being taken out. Huxall able to take down Decay, just takes down the Genji. You could think maybe a bit of revenge.
Here's
there.
the tac.
Yep, there it is. Butcher, he's charged it up and he's now looking for some kills. But there's no one here. None of his opponents are actually on the point until that's worn off.
Very defensive usage here by Runaway of just running away, just avoiding that tac visor entirely. They want to survive for the res, but Runner goes down. That was so important that they got that pick.
Yeah, now they're fighting inside this choked up area as well. Butcher staying in amongst it. Will get taken out of his mech, but Mirage is just getting picks everywhere. Is this going to be enough though? Is it still overtime? Runaway want to try and get this flip back. Remember, 99 to 99. Oh my God, Kongdoo answering, but at least there's still a Tracer. I said it, but
Decay.
See you later. A name for himself
As we
the
move
Tracer
into
player.
University, still no Sombra for either team. Oddly absent here, as we've seen a lot on Oasis.
Huxall is most certainly dead as he gets Tesla gunned. A bit unfortunate for him. I mean, he's got one of those himself. Doesn't really want to be dealing with it, but with the first pick now going over to the side of Kongdoo Uncia, they're following through. And these relatively staggered kills are important as well as they cap this. First off, there it is. We'll start this. Butcher does have that tac visor like you were mentioning before. Sound barrier will also be important for that, but we're ticking up to 95 there. Sound barrier has been invested here from Kongdoo Uncia. They know they just need one more fight. The flank comes in from Butcher and pushing them into the wrong position. Mirage is going to be immediately taken out. They do get Butcher, but has he spread the team around enough? It looks like it, as there's 3 picks already. No support remaining as the self-destruct flies through, and the overtime was ticking down
Dragon Blade
so quickly. Yeah, Dragon Blade is going to be thrown out. Decay able to get rid of Stitch. It means he can't bounce around on this point. Overtime ticks, and Kongdoo Uncia.
I have to be critical of Mirage. It just feels like with a double DPS they can't do as much
to that point directly. Now Huxall getting his eye in with this Genji, already up to 27, make that 28 as he dives into the backline. Good sleep up, but he gets tagged and woken up. Decay going to be able to grab Cox on the back end, but Damon has been claimed by Stitch as well, so making it a 1-for-1. This is important at this particular juncture, but Stitch, he's going to uneven that score as he takes down Panker as well.
Already the first take here for Runaway. Huxall is just free to do damage. This is the player that we've come to know and love, but is so good on the Genji. People have called him a one-trick, but he is forcing his way through here, and it is going to be a very quick cap, it looks like. Kongdoo going to send Decay in for the delay, but not worth it here. There's the capture. Stitch has a pulse bomb.
God! Not sure how that one worked, as Huxall is going to try and deflect. Yeah, Dragon Blade comes in, looking for the backline, but it's a good answering sound barrier to stop that one from coming in. Kongdoo Uncia already able to claim a couple of kills early on in this fight. The front line actually tearing it up for this squad. As Huxall, he's still alive, but he just can't quite get himself the picks that he's looking for. Stitch is in now. Runaway trying to answer as Bubbly falls. Huxall eventually gets taken down, but it was a lot of disruption. There's No kill to come out. I thought that might actually get them with the self-destruct. As Butcher thrown out of the mech and immediately destroyed by Stitch.
That was definitely unnecessary to use a self-destruct. He wanted to use it to survive. Not only did he not survive, but the rest of his team wasn't there. Poor coordination. Totally wasted the self-destruct. Not even going to switch either. That was definitely not what you want as a diva there. So bought some time, but for no avail, as this looks to be shoved all the way to the first checkpoint here. Second, I should say.
Yeah, Mirage, you can see, able to get the tracking in, working out quite well on the Soldier this time around. And
part of the street space. Here comes Hoxel.
Yeah,
jumps in aggressively.
Primal Rage is going to immediately get rid of Decay, who's been so important here for Kongdoo Uncia. Now he's just jumping around, doesn't want to get knocked off the edge as any of these Kongdoo Uncia members. And now look at him, so aggressive right at the spawn. Mirage is going to answer as well, grabs a double. That's both the supports, make that a Butcher as well.
Damien just trying to buy time here, but I don't think it's going to happen. Decay's picked as well, and that's going to be the push. One more attempt by Damien. They're actually slowing this down.
Panka gets onto the point, but not for very long. Bubbly was bouncing, but that's not going to be enough. And Runaway, this is what we were expecting.
So Hoxel came in.
It's a 1-for-1. They can still retain some control.
That's just the dive onto Damien immediately. The really defensive position here for Runaway is just not able to find much.
He's committing to this Widowmaker.
Yeah, which can be a big liability. They're trying to break the Reinhardt shield to give him that opportunity. Decay's coming around the backside here.
Yeah, breaking these barriers as quickly as possible as well. You can see the dash was actually invested into that one as well. Stitch misses the high ground there.
Okay, here's the opportunity. The Ryan shield is almost down. He's actually above it right now. Just wants to thrust it. There's the kill.
There it is.
See,
the
once
headshot onto the monkey.
Once the shield's down, that's where you get. Decay going to pop the Dragon Blade with this opportunity now, and they're going to get a big wipe on the Runaway.
Really nicely played from Kongdoo Uncia. And Runaway had the right idea. It's like, make sure that this Widowmaker can't actually get into a position to kill us. But as you can see with the kill feed, he's most certainly coming up with those. Now able to claim that high ground, moving into the streets phase. Payload is going to cut that.
All right, well, it's swinging around now, looking for that second checkpoint.
Yeah, may need to stop for a second before we parallel park this payload.
Oh, Damon snipes him mid!
Pops him!
Mid-blink!
That was a body shot as well with the upgraded damage, I believe. No, I actually don't think it was. All right, he was just a little bit low. Panka's able to grab a couple of kills there as well as I speak. Make that 3!
And they're about to have another res too. This is going to be the checkpoint for sure, but there's so many tools now on the side of Uncia. Push any further up. Stitch has the pulse bomb, but the Dragon Blade is going to be key. Here it comes!
We'll see what he can actually do. Bumper immediately falls down. Big shield now unavailable as Damon was taken out by Stitch. That could be important here for Runaway. They want to answer back. There's an Earth Shatter, but only gets one of the stuns, unfortunately, on the side of Panka. But it seems to be enough here as the pin's going to come in, gets rid of the monkey. Immediately throws down that ultimate, I believe, gets himself out of there. Barrier comes in as well. Panka, just gets minced.
Fire strike coming through, and now Mirage is about to have another attack visor to shove them back. Only 12 seconds to go to get back onto this payload. Don't think it's going to happen here. They got one last attempt. Decay is actually waiting to get that overtime procced. Here he comes. Gonna have to buy time here alone for the rest of the team to come back. They've got one more shot.
I feel like they will have 6 on this point, thankfully for the overtime, as there's the Deadeye, but there is a shield in the way. It's not like they're... Gets the pick onto Cox. Is this going to be enough for Kongdoo Uncia to actually make it to the end point? They're picking up so many kills. Mirage and Run are the only ones remaining, and that's just going to be cleanup. Have they bought nearly enough time? I think they have.
All right, they get it here on overtime. That was a close call. Very well done. I mean, look, Decay at the time of Runaway, they were super hyper-aggressive there because they know they just need one tick.
He's going to get picked off here on the side of Runaway. Yet another tool that they can't use to try and get onto this point. It's 30 seconds to go. That could actually mean a lot as Dance is going to fall down as well. Tack visor from Mirage, but it feels like desperation as the Genji's jumping around. Not going to get caught out by that one. Butcher is going to get taken after his mech falls as well.
Stitch has to buy time here, and he will.
Grabbed a couple of kills, actually, as Panka and Decay do both fall down. Cox grabs Bubbly as well, and that is going to be that.
There's the cap, and Runner comes over to you and me, baby, to Mirage, who, after a rough time on Oasis, definitely has come
to actually get them onto this point. I'm not entirely sure. As Kongdoo Uncia already lose 2 members. Good kill with the self-destruct coming out of Butcher as he actually manages to grab the mech as well. Damon with the Helix Rocket's able to answer, and now Kongdoo Uncia finally able to actually get the kill advantages on Runaway.
Okay, EMP gonna come down here. They're not gonna go and contest this. Just wants to switch off the Sombra and do one last fancy big at EMP, it looks like. Yeah, they had some time to maybe come back, but it looks like they're just going to simply give this. Look at the position you can see on the, I was going to say, look, you can see on the mini-map, but you can see on the, what's the word for this, silhouettes, where everyone is set up. Cox had enough and translocated back to the health pack. Still has that EMP available, wants to buy time before using it though, for the rest of his teammates to have ultimates available.
Sound barrier does come in, Panka still has the Primal Rage available as well. EMP comes in.
So well used, hitting so many members. Transit comes out after it wears off though. Will this be enough for Kongdoo Uncia? They do get the pick onto Bumper's mech. Hoxel down as well.
Stitch throws in the pulse bomb, but doesn't actually get the stick onto anyone. Barriers in here onto the point as Kongdoo Uncia really want to try and cap it right here. They've only got a minute remaining, and they have managed to pick off Runner. Stitch gets taken down, and Runaway. It's going to be very difficult now. Big sticky from Decay into the backline onto Mirage, and I'm pretty sure that was just after the tack visor as well. Denial of the ultimate.
The attack still continues here, but they didn't get enough picks. Decay gets another onto Hoxal. It's not over yet, though, as Cox comes back with another EMP. Massive one coming down here. They only have the one tick. I think with this EMP, that should be the hold, or maybe not.
They've got ultimates back again, and they're tearing up Runaway. Once again, they find themselves with only half their team remaining. Make that only a third, as everyone has to now respawn and get themselves onto this point. They might be able to stagger this one out effectively, as we've only got 30 seconds remaining. But it really looks like Kongdoo Uncia have established control. Butcher goes down. He will try to make his way back here. Stitch is picked off, though, as Runaway just doing not enough to try and reclaim this.
They can't hold on much longer. They're just being killed one after the other here. They're not gaining any momentum back. No one on the side of Uncia is dying. In fact, Panker and Damien are about to have another ult piece here. Butcher's here.
Yeah, turns up once again. Pulse bomb just avoided by everyone. Scattered to the hills is now, it's the merry dance of let's get the hell onto this point and delay it as best we can. But look, one more tick remaining. They're staggering these back so nicely. Look at that, goes up, finishes him. Very end there as Runner was just sitting in that hole, nowhere to go, and that's going to be that. What a for Kongdoo Uncia.
What a great delay, I have to say, by Runaway, though. I mean, they really, that looked like there was no way they hold, and they actually were somehow...
Unless Runner can really make himself the focal point of this healing. Already this high ground is being claimed. Good boop, gets Damon off the edge. And Decay gets the pick in the backline onto Cox. So important as Mirage. He's at least able to answer with two of his own, making this an even playing field once again. But look at this, Mirage on the low ground actually, but still relatively untouched as everyone else is being forced to focus him if they can. Butcher gets the mech. His is going to get taken as well. The double boom! Oh, God!
And that is how you do it. That's going to be a cap here for Runaway. It looks like Uncia doesn't really have any tools to deny. Let's watch this again as the mech goes down. He sees an opportunity, and there they go.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of a mistake by Dance to be running that direction. I guess there was really no way.
The targets that he really wants to. A lot of healing now available back here as well, as Mirage says, get the heck out of my house. Pulse bomb comes in, gets the sticky onto the mech, which is important. In fact, Hoxal's going to fall as well, as we've got the double kills on both of the
this is enough for Mirage, though. Look at this.
What is happening?
He's been given the space to work with here. This is what I was talking about. Pulse bomb comes in, knocks out the Diva, and then suddenly Mirage just has no one to stop him.
Well, Butcher's trying to buy time on this point. It looks like this time bank will be massive, though, if Runaway can actually get this successfully. Stitch picks up two, and this could spell the end. Make that three, as the emergency maid try and come in and set up on the point is denied completely. Couldn't even ice block.
All right, just trying to buy time here right now is Damien actually on the Sober. He pops out, though. This looks to be the captain, just trying to keep the Diva out. One last chance here for Uncia. Sound barrier is up.
Close. Soundberry does come in. They're just doing their very best to negate the time bank as much as possible. Mirage saying, well, I got attack visor. I may as well use it because it's not going to be possible to be used after they manage to take the point. Gigantic time bank and Runaway make it 2 in a row. Mirage setting up, just trying to build ult charge as much as he can. Not a lot of pressure on him in that regard, just because they do have 3.5 minutes to get this one done. But look at Stitch already doing work. Bumper has grabbed himself a kill. Bubbly grabs the boop onto Cox, and this could be super important, to be perfectly honest. Mirage says it's not, though, as he picks up 2 kills in a row. Butcher's doing what he can, but look at this tick. It's getting close,
There
and they
you
do
go.
make it back.
They did it with their first push. Just hyper good target selection. And that grabs you. So they do get this around the corner as here comes Decay with the dragon.
Oh,
picks
the
up
double
two.
kill in the backline immediately by Decay. Can't quite find too much more in answer, but this may actually have bought them the first point as Bumper's going to fall at the same time. That's a quadra, and that is just ridiculous from Kongdoo Uncia. Runaway were basically team wiped. Mirage and Cox, of course, respawning before the rest of them were killed. So this point easily taken.
So even though Damien didn't have... Well, I mean, that's what it takes. When you get the one pick like that, that's when you could dive in. You have so many tools. And Runaway just can't even, with the late kill on the Stitch, contest this point. They're going to try for it regardless, but it feels like perhaps a wasted effort. Already Huxall.
Yeah, was thrown in on the side of Runaway. Bit of desperation, like you said, though, because it's just not feeling like they have too much of an idea of how to counter this one out. Decay once again picking up a double kill as he's dashing around. Doesn't even have the Dragon Blade yet, but it doesn't even seem like he needs it. Damon's able to pick up a couple of kills here as well as Runaway once again running away and unable to stop this payload from making it. Throws down that sound barrier immediately. Decay slashing around with the Dragon Blade, but once again, that was almost a non-factor. You've got 5 seconds to go, and Kongdoo Uncia is going to have to take this to the end in overtime if they are going to be successful. Earthshatter doesn't really find anyone once again. Some of these ultimates towards the end just really aren't working, but it doesn't seem to matter here. They're able to grab a couple of picks. There's a flashbang. Bumper gets headshotted.
The accuracy on Damien in this final push, breaking that Reinhardt shield, getting the headshot immediately afterwards, has the Deadeye, won't necessarily even need it. You see the Transcendence comes out.
Will buy some time here as he got booped back, but it's not quite enough to get them off this point. There's the Deadeye. Damon just says, well, get off the point or die. He's able to pick up Stitch there with one. I believe that was just a headshot afterwards. There he is. Oh my god, this guy's eye is most certainly in now on this McCree. Kongdoo Uncia, looks like they've done it.
I feel like you could see moments of brilliance in the play of Uncia, and you could see really, for both Damien and Decay, really strong moments of, like they've suddenly become another person. They've transcended their normal selves, and
Uncia can delay it further.
yeah, it's definitely very expensive in terms of resources used, ults used, like you said. The Sound Barrier, the Dragon Blade, the Primal Rage. Stitch actually looking for reinforcements here as they actually do want to commit to stopping this. Decay's going to get the 1v1 onto Stitch.
They do lose the mech though. Tanker going to answer with the kill onto Runner. This is actually really important and maybe an overextension. Damon's going to get taken out. Just bopped on the back end by Cox, but that does leave the rest of them open. Huxall taken down. Runaway still answering as the Monkey makes it back into the fray. And there's the res. That is massive for Kongdoo Uncia.
Exactly
Look at the health buzz. He's getting healed back up. What was that? He was so low. Bubbly's playing like a hero right here, but it doesn't seem to be enough as that was a pulse bomb coming out. Picking up a bit of damage. Stitch still doing work.
Spawn's getting a little bit staggered here as they are just struggling to hold this point. 17 seconds to go. Need to buy more time. Huxall's got another Dragon Blade here. And this may just be enough for them to grab that checkpoint. 3.7 meters to go. Yeah, they will push it.
That's going to be it now. 237. Struck to the face, but no, most certainly not. Too many kills coming in. Good pulse bomb, but that's going to be the Transcendence. No! Doesn't save Runner. Is going to be taken down. Bumper gets the mech.
Mirage
trying to trade
this.
kills.
He pops this, but does have the defense of the shield to help out, actually, finally, once everything wears on against him. We see the res come in, though! That's what I'm talking about, a huge res!
Baby!
Will he be able to capitalize on it? Mirage is dead right afterwards. It's actually kills fine on both sides.
Unfortunately, it just doesn't look like enough as Bubbly is going to get taken down. Not a lot of support now available for Kongdoo Uncia. As Damon, he's incredibly low. Butcher as well as Mech's not doing so well at this point. Decay gets popped by Cox.
15 seconds to go here. Uncia
still so far to go.
Yeah, Uncia actually doesn't have that many tools on the defense here. They're going to have a pulse bomb and the Primal Rage.
Is
so
important though for this sort of defense.
See if Damien's actually going to switch. He will. He's going to switch to the Soldier 76 for this last dish attempt to bring us to a game 5.
Well, I feel like this point is getting very, very close. They don't seem to be able to come back quite quickly enough. Can they get a dash in, anything like that? Barriers flying down by both Winston as Kongdoo Uncia make it onto this point. Before it has been caught. Mirage has to deal with it. He just gets slammed to the face. Yeah, Stitch getting a pick onto his opposite half on the Tracer, but still not sure whether it's... Oh, God, Runaway need to get back to this point. There's only 3 members alive. I think a few of them are still running back.
They need to get on it. Okay, they need to stay on this. Here comes Runner. He barely gets a sound barrier. He was down to like 2% health, but I don't think it's going to matter here,
Stitch
Atlas.
can't do it. Oh my God, Huxel makes it back to the point, but no dice. That is going to be that in 5 games, both series. We are getting our money's worth tonight.
I feel like tell us to his teammates that they're not going that way.
Early information actually gained, and maybe that scouting mission is going to be enough here. Different utilization as Stitch takes a lot of damage. Pops back, but Mirage is able to immediately take down that turret as Bumper gets rid of Decay. Damon as well kills Runner early. That's actually really, really important now as Runaway on this attack looking so strong for the first half.
Looks like they're just going to cap this super early. The Torbjorn defense not a success. They can't even get back on the point.
What was that, though?
The accuracy for Mirage. Mirage is completely uncontested right now, as you can see.
Yeah, getting boosted up here as well. Rocket Barrage flies forward. There's not going to be enough from the Winston to stop him from getting a lot of damage in here. That pickup on Bubbly was fantastic. Pretty sure that that was a... Oh, what is this? Mirage silencing the haters right now, able to avoid the self-destruct there as well, which I was sure was actually going to be able to take him down. Gets himself back into this fray. The defense matrix from the D.Va, not enough. He's going to get taken as well.
And what isn't even really being shown on camera is that Huxel is harassing. Panker has this Earth Shatter as well.
Yeah, actually throws it down, get a couple of picks with it. Oh, and there's the pin onto Cox as well. Decay's going to get taken down, however. Oh my God, all the picks coming in for Runaway. The self-destruct was there. Didn't get anything done, and actually, could this be enough for them to be able to grab this? The spawn camping to come in from Stitch as they're getting so close. It's moving so fast.
Decay coming over. Doesn't have the Graviton Surge just yet. Sound barrier's used here, but Mirage is trying to shoot him down.
They stop it from getting onto that point completely. As they're doing their very best to hold. There's the attack visor from Mirage, who switched back to the Soldier.
And
Runner's happy with that.
Just swing around, probably expecting this Torbjorn. It's so common on this map.
Which notices it's a little bit quiet on the western front, but eventually everyone on Runaway shows themselves. So high ground positioning now claimed, but on multiple fronts. Kongdoo Uncia have made it onto this point. They've almost managed to get to that first tick, actually, as Mirage has picked up the mech. Could open things up here for Runaway.
Ooh, Decay gets caught by that Tesla gun. Good deflect there, but it's not off. And look at this, now Mirage just free.
Mirage.
No one contesting him. To Runaway, they're going to have so much to work with in just a moment here. Now when you look at what Kongdoo Uncia has, they just don't have really an answer. They're going to have to carry this without big ults.
If they can't get this point, then this is just it. This is the best of 5 series for Runaway right here. They know that as well.
Can he find a pick? He needs one. He's already being chased down by the D.Va. Looks for the pick on the Cox. Can he get it? He fails, and Stitch is already knocked Dance out of the fight.
Yeah, as far as this Tracer battle is concerned, it's Stitch that's redeeming himself. 3 kills in a row. Bumper takes down Damon. There is so little DPS available. It's a double kill with the self-destruct at least, but I don't think it's going to be enough as the overtime ticks down and Runaway are going to win their second match. The crowd goes ballistic.
Decay wasn't able to get that Dragon Blade. He was so close there at the end of popping it, but it just didn't matter. The better Tracer play in the end, as we saw immediately the D.Va. Stitch, Stitch is the hero here.
Yeah.
But we saw the immediate chase on the D.Va, the defense matrix to stop Damien from doing anything. He was picked early, and then Stitch was able to get those additional